welcome back to another week of 360 Shows. I'm Madison, and I'm joined here today by Erin, Owen, and Ben, and we're talking all things NFL, so let's dive right in. Starting off, we have the Steelers versus the Packers for Sunday Night Football. And Week 8 gave us a great matchup, and we had Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers with his former team, the Green Bay Packers. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, so I guess I'll start. My thing about this game is the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is a problem. So they've allowed 30-plus points out of their 4 of 7 games played. It was just a bloodbath from start to finish. I mean, you start with the beginning, the first half, you're up 16-7. You're looking comfortable. The defense is looking great. And then you go into the second half, and then everything just falls apart. And it comes with, the problem with the Steelers is the defensive coaching. It's outdated. All the teams are adapting to modern offenses these days, but Terrell Austin with the Pittsburgh Steelers is just not working out, and I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, you have the highest paying defense in the NFL, and you can't perform at a high level, and you're giving up 30 points a week. It's just ridiculous. But shout out to the Packers, though. I mean, shout out to Jordan Love. He's really coming into his own, learning from Aaron Rodgers from his, I think it was 4 years behind him. So, I mean, if I'm the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'm also going out and getting a wide receiver as well. The trade deadline is coming up.
Gotcha. What do you think the problem is with the defensive coordinator? Why is it not working out? You have all these great players. What's the issue then?
I mean, it's just it's way too. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It's just way too predictable. I mean, Jordan Love didn't get sacked a singular time, and I saw multiple times when Pittsburgh was blitzing, they were just picking it up every play. It was just way too repetitive, way too easy to read, and Jordan Love made plays all game. Yeah. So I mean, you look at the past games too against the Jets. You let Justin Fields do whatever he wanted. I mean, look at the season that they're having now. I mean, you look at the Bengals. Joe Flacco, 40 years old, throwing 300.
Icy hot bowl.
Yeah, the icy hot bowl. He's throwing 350 passing yards against Steelers defense that's supposed to be good. You have Jalen Ramsey. You have 2 of the best edge rushers in the league in Highsmith and Watt, and you can't create any pressure. I mean, it's just ridiculous, and it's very sad to see because we know how good the Steelers defense can be. We know how good they can be on the field week in and week out, but it's just not working out, and it's very, very concerning.
Yeah, that game against Joe Flacco was that was the game where I really realized that oh crap, this defense is paper thin. Like you said before, he's a 40-year-old man, probably got called off the couch a couple years ago, right. And he's just darting up the defense, and he's throwing to basically Jamar Chase. It's the same game plan the entire time, and the Steelers couldn't figure out. I was like, ooh, this team is not as good as I thought it was going to be. Yeah. So that was a real eye opener.
Yeah, the defense just could not stop Tucker Kraft. Especially on National Tight Ends Day, they couldn't stop it.
Killed me in fantasy.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about fantasy right now. Aaron Rodgers was sacked 3 times. There was clear miscommunications and drops by the receivers. It seems like they're honestly crumbling. And I don't know, I don't think that they're going well, especially being mid-season. I don't think that their playoff contention is. They haven't won a playoff game in almost a decade. I don't think that this team is suited enough to beat that.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously they lost that game because of the defense. But also the Packers are a really strong team. Right. Besides the Eagles and the Lions, they're a top NFC team, and I guess they're making a really deep playoff run. Jordan Love is playing at almost an MVP caliber level. He's thrown 13 touchdowns, only thrown 2 picks. He's being that's been an issue for him in the past. Is that he used to be really a gunslinger and just throw a lot of turnovers, and he's really cracked down on that. And those lack of turnovers have really resulted in a lot better play for the Packers.
Yeah, I think the turning point in that game though was that big Tucker Kraft catch. I don't know if you guys watched the game or not, but there was that big play. It was 3rd and 5. Pittsburgh was literally inches away from getting to Jordan Love. He just chucks it up, throws it to Kraft, and what do you know? The Steelers can't tackle. So he runs literally 59 yards all the way down the field, and momentum just completely shifted from there.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere this year. I didn't see any of this coming. You hear the big names, you hear George Kittle, Travis Kelce. Yeah. You don't hear about Tucker Kraft, and out of nowhere he just comes and starts killing.
Yeah,
caught me off guard for sure.
Breakout season, and Pittsburgh has also just really struggled against the tight ends all year long. I mean, no question. I remember watching the pregame show, they were like, hey, keep your eyes on Tucker Kraft. He's going to have a big day, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, because as we know, Aaron Rodgers was a part of the Green Bay Packers for 18 seasons, so definitely losing to his former team was probably a big upset. But then looking over to the Eagles versus Giants game, the Eagles finally got the revenge after their Week 6 loss, winning 38-20. So I think Philly had a great offensive game, and so let's talk about the Eagles game.
Yeah, they're a Super Bowl contender. They're a shoo-in, honestly. And this is this is gonna sound completely biased, but I think as an outside, you could be an outsider looking in. There's no one that can hang with them. Jalen Hurts, that last 2 games, 140 plus passer rating. Last game he had a perfect passer rating. He's just been playing out of his mind. He's only thrown 1 pick, best in the league. He's thrown for 15 touchdowns, which is more than Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield, who everyone loves to glorify, and he's had a total of 20 touchdowns the entire season. Saquon's finally getting going after a rough multiple weeks. That was rough to watch, but he finally broke out, and I think now we're finally getting insect juice, and that's what's going to propel us to a deep playoff run and eventually to the Super Bowl. Yeah,
I think that now entering midseason, they're definitely coming back to being Super Bowl contenders. Those first couple weeks were frustrating to watch, honestly. Every time they pan the camera to the sideline, they looked so frustrated, and I just felt really bad for them, honestly. But Saquon Barkley finally getting those 100 yards again. He's looking like his 2024 season self starting now, and in his 65-yard run, he was running at 21 miles per hour. Yeah. Insane.
Has not lost a step.
For sure.
I'm sure, buddy.
I ran a 5 flat. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, but I really think that this game proved that Saquon Barkley is the key to this team, because you look back at other Eagles games and they're really playing from behind, really relying on Jalen Hurts' arm to make the play, and that's just not how the Eagles' offense is supposed to be. You're supposed to have a nice balance with Saquon Barkley, and obviously you have Jalen Hurts who can run the ball as well, but they need him to perform at a high level, and 150-yard day, that'll do it. But I'm looking over at the Giants here because I feel so bad for the Giants.
Straight purgatory.
It is terrible because Cam Skattebo goes down. Jackson Dart and Cam Skattebo, the 2 players that is literally single-handedly reviving this franchise from ineptitude. And Skattebo goes down. He's done for the year. And now, you saw the reaction of Jackson Dart and how much that killed him. But I think the Giants now, they certainly can't. I don't think they're talented enough on the offensive side of the ball, especially with Malik Neighbors that's out for the season too. You've got Wan'Dale Robinson, who's not a bad option, but hey, he's not a wide receiver run by any means.
No.
But if I'm a Giants fan, I'm looking towards next year in a positive way, just because the team's young, the defense is good. That defensive line is incredible, led by Sexy Dexy and Kayvon Thibodeau.
Still can't hit that dance that I've been trying to
No, but Peyton Waddell can.
I'm sure he could, yeah.
But anyways, not enough talent on the offensive side for the Giants is going to screw them this year. But honestly, just continue to watch Jackson Dart play, continue to watch him evolve, and by next year, I think he's going to be a really good quarterback for this team. Now, you already know Cam Skattebo is going to want to work really hard to get back out on the field. So I think this year for the Giants is just a wasted year. You gotta pack it in, man. Scrap it up. Continue to develop Jackson Dart. Continue to keep him protected, and I think you have a bright future.
Yeah, definitely.
I think definitely with all of this offensive struggles with the Giants, Jackson Dart's going to learn how to deal with the struggle. He's going to learn how to deal with the adversity.
Struggle is right.
Yeah, and come back stronger next year when he does have Malik Neighbors and Cam Skattebo on his offense. I want to talk back again about the Eagles running back room. I had Tank Bigsby on fantasy a couple years ago, and he wasn't that good. But I'm so glad that he's doing well. After Saquon, was out of the game in the third quarter, he proved that, they don't just need Saquon, that they do have other options if that ends up being something that alters. You know?
That one run was nuts. It was like, what, 2nd and 30? I'm like, oh, God, not this crap again where we run up the middle, but then Tank Bigsby just breaks away for 30 yards. I'm like, oh, you might be something special.
Yeah, I want him back on my fantasy, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, it might be a good pickup.
I mean, the Eagles team has to win a Super Bowl again. I mean, they have
You're
to.
telling me.
I agree.
They have to.
agree.
I mean, like with the talent that they have, there's no excuse. I mean, I don't think there's a single hole on that roster.
I think it's expected for them to win it again. So shifting over to Thursday night football, we had the Chargers versus the Vikings. And as we know, Carson Wentz did not perform that well.
What else is new?
Well, yeah,
What else
shocker.
is new? It was a 37-10 win for the other team, which is just upsetting. So what do you think about the AFC contenders, especially with the Broncos in that? Who do you think is going to be on top for that?
I think the Chargers are definitely a contender in the AFC, honestly. Justin Herbert himself makes them a contender, I think. He threw 3 touchdowns, 62 yards, and rookie tight end Gadsden, he had a great game. You know, like bringing up that new talent, I think is going to be great for them. They were back to full health, so, you know, it seemed great. And then they had a couple injuries throughout the game, so I think they're going to have to learn how to readjust this team once again this season. And if they can, I think that they're going to be definitely a contender. The offense bullied the defense, the Vikings defense. It was actually terrible. They had 419 total yards with 29 first downs. Like, that's just insane itself. Carson Wentz, average. Let's talk about that. I want to see J.J. McCarthy come back from this injury, even though he didn't have that good of, drives whenever he was playing before the injury. I think that putting him out there, getting those reps in game is going to really help, and they should look forward to him in future seasons.
Definitely. I see the Chargers as more of a dark horse. I don't think they're right up there with the Bills or the Patriots as even maybe the Colts as a clear consensus. This team's going to make it, because I think they played some good games. Obviously they beat the Chiefs, who are a good team, but then they got smoked by the Commanders, and they barely beat the Dolphins. Sorry, but I want to see them. I just want to see them play a little more like they play the Eagles at some point. Even if they don't win, if they keep it a close game, I could see them making a good run. They play the Chiefs again. I just want to see more out of them. Obviously, Justin Herbert is playing. This is the best year I've seen him play. He's reduced the turn. The only problem is though he has been throwing a lot of picks, which is uncharacteristic for him. I feel like in previous years he hasn't done as much. That's the only critique I would really have on his game. But he's slinging it deep. He's being very composed in the pocket. I like the way he's playing so far. So if he keeps playing at this level, I can definitely see the Chargers making a decent run.
I completely agree. I think this team is really well rounded. I think that the defense is honestly probably, I'd say it's a top 15 defense in the league.
Yeah, top 10 defense.
Yeah, honestly, top 15, top 10 defense in the league. Justin Herbert obviously playing great. Lad McConkey and Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen's having a resurgent year back on his former team. But there's 2 things. One, Joe Alt needs to stay healthy because,
Dude's a beast, though.
You realize how valuable he is when he's not on the field. And just in general, the team health. I mean, we've seen in the past, so many Chargers are getting hurt every season. That's kind of what plagues them every year, I feel like. Because, I mean, it's great seeing Derwin James finally playing healthy. And
he's playing well, too.
Football. Yeah. So if they can stay healthy and they can continue to, keep moving forward with this momentum that they're getting, I think that they have a real shot. I mean, you saw them in Week 1 against the Chiefs. They played pretty well against them. So I think going down the line it's going to be a really close battle. But I think the Chargers can have a shot at the AFC West.
I mean, like you said, you thought J.J. McCarthy should come back. What do you guys think about Carson Wentz being replaced as QB1?
I mean, it's time. We've gave him so many chances on so many different teams. It's just, as much as it breaks my heart because he obviously was amazing on the Eagles. He's not that same player, and I feel like everyone knows that. At this point, I think he's got to hang it up.
If not now, I just think when. When are you going to try to change it up? He's already proved.
He's old. He's getting up there.
Yeah.
They need a change.
They
got to figure it out.
Yeah, he's also out for the year, so just broke.
What was the injury?
I think it was shoulder. Season-ending shoulder surgery. For the Vikings, man, I wish the Vikings just didn't get rid of J.J. McCarthy, Sam Darnold, because I mean, look at what he's doing in Seattle with all those weapons now. So you really are banking on J.J. McCarthy to kind of take that next step, even though he's really had very few NFL snaps in the regular season. So seeing J.J. McCarthy out there with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and all the offensive weapons that they have, he needs to perform at a high level. The Vikings cannot afford bad quarterback play.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so moving on, as we know, we are nearly halfway through the NFL season, and a lot of players have been building their MVP cases. We have those regular faces, but some also new contenders for this year. So let's get in with everyone's picks.
All right, so I think I'm first. So this is kind of I'd say I wouldn't say it's an outlandish selection, but I mean, it's kind of an out of the ordinary question, or out of the ordinary selection, and that's Drake May. And what defines an MVP to me is how is a team playing against, how is a team without their star player, and that's Drake May. Drake May is has been absolutely incredible this year. Top 5 in QBR, top 5 in passing yards, top 5 in touchdowns as well. If the Patriots did not have Drake May playing this well this season, I don't know where they'd be. They're already 6-2 on the year. That's 2 wins better than they were all of last season. And seeing Drake May like this playing, it's terrible to see, especially from an AFC team's perspective. You see Tom Brady come and go as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time on this team, and then they suddenly get Drake May. It's really unfair. But yeah, I think even though he's young, I think that he's making a legitimate case for an MVP, because if he's not out there, the Patriots are not the record that they are. The Patriots are not putting up the numbers that they've been putting up all year. And I think that's what defines an MVP to me, is how a player heavily affects a team. If Drake May is not out there, like I said, the Patriots just aren't 6-2. The Patriots are not competing with the Bills in the AFC East. So, but all Bills fans out there, I know Josh Allen, he's the MVP. But guess what? You have another guy coming, and that's Drake May.
That was a nice little end off right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
that's a bar.
I'm not gonna lie.
No, I mean, I'm telling you, if you put any other quarterback out there with this Patriots team, I mean, the team's not really very talented as a whole, I mean, offensively, in my opinion, but he's making it work. He's doing fantastic, rolling out of the pocket, making plays. And that's something that obviously we didn't really see much of Tom Brady doing. So he's kind of like the modern day version of Tom Brady.
It's a little early for that, but
Right.
I can see the vision.
But
see
when
that.
it's all,
That's what
I know. I'm not saying right now. I'm saying
Yeah.
maybe like 5, 6, 7 years down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go next.
I'm sorry.
My pick is going to be not a quarterback, actually. It's going to be Jonathan Taylor. He already has 150 yards, and he should be on pace for over 2,000 yards by the end of the season and 30 touchdowns. That's just insane. The last non-quarterback MVP award was for Adrian Peterson, if I'm not mistaken, and that was in 2012, and I just think it's overdue, Like, I'm tired of constantly seeing the quarterback MVP award just going out there. He deserves this. I think that Saquon deserved it last year, and it's honestly not fair that these non-quarterback players aren't getting the recognition that they deserved, and that's why I'm choosing Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good pick. I mean, no doubt this guy's been literally the heart and soul of this offense. I mean, outside of Daniel Jones playing great as well.
Yeah, I mean,
I
look
like
at
that
this
pick.
Colts team right now. Like, I don't know about you
Came out
guys.
of nowhere.
I was not expecting
Yeah.
this
Wasn't
at
on my bingo
all.
card at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I would have never expected the Colts to play the way they're playing right now.
Exactly.
Jonathan Taylor, I mean, that's a really good pick. I think he has a
agree.
legitimate case.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
obviously deserves it, but like you said, like Saquon didn't get it, and then not even non-running back wise, like when Cooper Kupp in 2022, one of the best wide receiving teams I've ever seen, he didn't get either. Like I don't think what's going to change this year if Jonathan Taylor he could run for 3,000 yards. I don't even know if he'd still get it then.
Yeah.
I mean, he's trying to prove everyone wrong. He's trying to make a
I
difference.
just think it's overdue. Like, it's overdue that, like, it should happen. And I don't know, like, I really think he deserves it. And I don't think any, like, quarterback right now. My pick was Baker Mayfield. And then he hasn't been producing right now.
Put up a stinker the last.
Yeah. So,
But like when I see Baker Mayfield, I'm like, I mean, look at the weapons he has. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Sterling Shepard's your wide receiver 1. I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you got Emeka Egbuka as well, who's talented. But with Baker Mayfield, it's I don't know. I mean, the thing with Baker Mayfield is that he has just no weapons.
Yeah.
He's no.
Yeah, he's
everyone's
making the
injured.
team.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'll go now. So, again, you're gonna call me biased. I don't care. The MVP deserves to go to Jalen Alexander Hurts. It's not. Yes, I'm on a middle name basis with him. He has been playing phenomenally. I'm going to repeat what I've said before. He's had 20 total touchdowns, first in the NFL. He's throwing 70% completion percentage-wise, which is very impressive. And let's not forget, he's doing all of this with 1 interception. That's the most glaring stat to me, is that he's being so composed. He's not making dumb throws at all. His team is now 6-2 going into the bye. We're riding that momentum. And he's doing all of this, mind you, with Kevin Patullo. I don't know if you watched an Eagles game and watch Kevin Patullo call plays. It's not pretty. And the fact that he's thugging it out with him is, I think, a very impressive stat. And also, last week, perfect passer rating. That was amazing to watch. And this week, he's thrown for another 140 passer rating again. Back-to-back weeks of that kind of play and excellence deserves the MVP in my mind.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
It's a good case.
Yeah.
I still think
Well, I
right.
mean, it's a homer pick, so I respect it.
Yeah.
Because for the past couple board segments, I've picked some Steelers. So, but I can kind of see it. I mean, the thing with that offense is just there's so many talented stars on the team.
It's a team game, though.
That's
Like,
what I mean.
you have to have a good team
But, like,
to
for-
be successful.
For MVP, I don't know.
All right, I think it's my turn for my pick. Okay, so for my pick, I had to go with Josh Allen. As we know, he was MVP last year, so I truly think that he's a great contender for it again. Yeah, so, yeah, I think that's,
And he's that's definitely a very valid take. If I didn't think Jalen Hurts was going to be MVP, I think Josh Allen would be like a close second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a gunslinger. I
He's
love the
doing
way he
everything
played.
great for Buffalo.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. I love watching the way he plays. It's insane.
It's a very dynamic player. The two-way quarterbacks are the best. Like
Best
it's
type,
the best kind
yeah.
to watch. And he
Yeah.
just barreling through people. He's slinging it like 70 yards.
Yeah.
He doesn't look scared playing.
No, he's
he
very
looks
composed. And
very, very.
That's a great trait to have. Obviously,
Yeah, so I
as
think if he
MVP.
keeps playing this way, he'll be, again, another great choice for MVP.
Definitely.
So moving on, as many people might not know, yesterday was National Tight End Day, and there has been some great performances from Week 8 from some tight ends. So who was everyone's favorite performance from?
I mean, obviously, we all said this before. Tucker Kraft
Yeah.
balled out. I mean, again,
7
I'm going to sound biased
catches.
again, but Dallas Goedert did have a good game. He had 2 touchdowns yesterday, and this entire year, he has been playing well. He's actually tied for first in total touchdowns in compared to all the tight ends. So I don't think this is a too biased of a take because he is outperforming a lot of the other tight ends in the league. So I have to give a shout out to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue talking about Tucker Kraft because he absolutely tore up my Steelers. 143 yards, 2 touchdowns. It was my favorite because it very well might wake up the Steelers' defensive coordinator, Terrell Austin. I think that you see repetitively how well the tight ends have been going against the Steelers' defense, and I mean on National Tight Ends Day it was no different. 3rd most yards after the catch by tight end in the Next Gen Stats era. So before even Next Gen Stats became a thing. So I really like this performance from him. I think that he's in the midst of a breakout campaign, and on National Tight Ends Day he really displayed it.
Yeah. My pick is from the Chargers, actually. He's a rookie. I already mentioned him, tight end Gadsden. He had a great game, and he caught all the passes that were targeted to him. He didn't drop a single pass. And he had 77 yards and a touchdown. I think that he was great. I mean, yeah, there's Tucker Kraft, who had an outstanding game, but I'm really excited to see him progress. He's only a rookie, can only get up from here, I hope.
Yeah. Well, I know we didn't talk about this, but Kyle Pitts even got in the end zone for the Falcons.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
even though
Fantasy legend Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, known fantasy draft post Kyle Pitts. He got in the end zone. I think that was the only touchdown the Falcons had all day. I think they only put up 10 points against the Dolphins. So
that was really impressive. I was really excited about that.
yeah, I know you're a Dolphins fan, so yeah, it was probably a rough watch.
Tua knows his job's on the line, and he locked in last game.
He was due.
Yeah.
His brain probably got all rejiggled back into place.
He focused for 1 day.
Yeah.
Well, did he play with an eye patch or some crap like that? He was like, yeah, you couldn't see.
Yeah, I think so.
That's his solution now.
Yeah.
I think he has
Yeah, I think
do
he
that
just needs to
before
play
that.
half blind. I think that's what you got to do.
Well, we got an interesting matchup tonight. We got the Commanders and the Chiefs. So the Commanders are heading over to Arrowhead. And what do we think this game is going to be? What are our predictions for tonight?
I think the obvious pick is the Chiefs are going to win. They have a top 5 offense, top 5 defense, and the Commanders' secondary has been very shaky this entire year. And Rashid Rice being back, obviously, he's just like, now he's like the main target guy, and like everyone being so focused on him now, it's going to really just open up the offense for Travis Kelce, and you have like Patrick Mahomes. Anytime you have Patrick Mahomes, it's like a 95% chance you win the game.
Yeah, this is true.
That like slow start for the Chiefs at the beginning of the season, I think that's over. I think that they're back. Yeah. They're back to like full strength. They're back to their full team, and I think that they're going to really capitalize on that. The last week against the Raiders, like they really showed, even though the Raiders aren't, great, but still they showed what they can do. Rashid Rice is back. He's came back with like being more than ready, Like he wasn't. He had 7 receptions, 42 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Insane for his first game back after his suspension. And I think that the Commanders are good, but now they have Marcus Mariota in there. Mm-hmm. He just came back last game, so that's going to take a little bit to get there. I don't really know.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to bet against the Chiefs, like especially considering that they're in Arrowhead. It's one of the more tough environments in the league. But like you guys hit the nail on the head. The Chiefs have won 4 of their last 5 games. Looks like that 0-2 start was just all a dream. I wish it continued, but like you guys said, no Jaden Daniels, and like I think that's absolutely huge. He's leading and rushing and passing for them, and then you got obviously you're gonna have Terry McLaurin back and Deebo Samuel, so that's gonna help out Marcus Mariota. But I don't think that's gonna be a big factor. I think you need to have your top guy Daniels out there, and especially if you're playing in Arrowhead against Mahomes. By the way, Mahomes, like you guys said, has been one of the more efficient, having one of the most efficient years of his career. Just the same old Mahomes, and I know for a fact because I have him on my fantasy team. So he's balling out, top 5 in quarterback rankings. But yeah, the defense is elite. It's not looking like it's going to be a Commanders win today.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be a tough game tonight, especially playing in Arrowhead is usually tough with the crowd and just the Chiefs' energy. So, yeah. So that's all the time we had for today. I'm Madison, and I was joined with Erin, Owen, and Ben. Have fun watching Monday's Night Football, and catch us tomorrow for 360 Sports.